to put an air conditioner in the wall, you'd have to go through a wall about 4 feet thick. And to put it in a window, it faces the public square. You'd have to get city council permission to put an air conditioner.
It's funny hearing the concept of too hot, considering that we're in Las Vegas and the temperature here yesterday was 106 degrees. So yeah. I don't know what it gets up to in Bolzano.
I was listening to the local weather report on television, and the woman says, well, it's going to be a little cooler today. And I thought, oh, thank God. It says it should get more than 104.
I was studying the Accustats video catalog yesterday very carefully. I noticed that there's some commentary in there about various one-pocket matches that they have televised where the weather conditions actually affect the play in the match. If it's, for example, it just changes the banking characteristics of the table. So maybe we'll see the day when one-pocket competition takes place on 60-millimeter slates with heated tables.
Yeah. Hey, Cindy. Marco played superbly.
The referee for this match is Yanni Antoniou, a young player from New York. The players in successive sets, they alternate break. Doesn't matter who won the previous set. So since Marco opened the first set, he also opens the third set.
That's a big advantage because if it's 2-2, Marco will get the opening break.
Yes. Well, of course, he deserves that since he won the opening leg.
You should make this, but it's not the typical shot you get after.
Well, he's very good at these. Watch the control he's got at getting that the yellow over to the rail near him.
Look at that spin. It's fun to see the ball spinning like that. That's something new. Although Zanetti did say it's a little bit distracting, but they'd probably get used to it. You bend down and your cue ball is covered with big blisters.
Well, I actually found it helpful because you can see the spin of the ball very accurately, so you know how much you're getting and how well it's taking off cushions. I think if the prize fund is big enough, you can get used to anything.
Looks like he's going to draw to make this long.
If I were Blomdahl, I would be worried about my health now.
Well,
I mean, they're tied in sets, but Zanetti is playing really strongly.
I think Zanetti beat Blomdahl in Monte Carlo a month ago. And when I was in Monte Carlo in '98, they had played the opening match and it was 50-50, tie. So Zanetti's beat him plenty of times. Look at Zanetti. He's afraid he was going to get a kiss.
4.
I was talking about Blomdahl and Zanetti before the match, and they were complaining about all the good young players coming up and that they should be barred from playing.
Score 4, Mr. Zanetti, 4.
He hates to miss that one.
No, he had no expectation of missing. He didn't even think it was hard.
And he left a nice open position. Look at the faces that Zanetti makes.
I was refereeing one of Vitalis' matches yesterday, and I know enough French to understand the things he was saying after he missed a shot.
He hasn't had much luck in the last couple of years.
1.
Now we'll see if Blomdahl can keep control. At least Zanetti has a 4-2 lead, so it's not quite crucial yet.
Well, Blomdahl's always looking for that 15-ball run. And he likes coming to the table having 0 points.
Missed.
Score 1. Mr. Blomdahl, 1.
You know, in a 15-point set, every miss is a heavy blow to suffer. He might not get back to the table.
Okay, so good position. He can hit either side of either ball. So
Yeah.
what are the considerations he would apply in deciding what shot to take here?
Position, I guess. This isn't the shot I thought he would make, because he has to.
Avoid the red.
Yeah, and the white has to bank. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. He's hitting it full.
Score 0. Mr. Zanetti, 0.
Do you know this referee?
Yes, well, we met in the referees course. He actually played in the preliminary tournament. I understand he's only been playing 3 cushion for 6 months. Very enthusiastic, though.
Is he from the United States?
Yes.
Well, Blomdahl seems to be in a quandary.
I don't think Zanetti is catching some nap here. I think
No, this is mental control he's exercising. Trying to stay in the moment, maybe.
as soon as Blomdahl hit the
Score
yellow,
0.
Zanetti got
Mr.
out of his
Blomdahl,
chair.
0.
He knew it was going to miss. Normally, you
Well, excuse me. Go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead.
I think he'll play this way because the white is so big.
Normally, when one player is averaging over 2 and the other is at 1.35, you figure it would be almost a walkover. But obviously, it's not that way here.
The gentleman just sat down. It looks like Vice President Cheney, but I'm sure it isn't.
That would be something for 3 cushion billiards if we could get members of the administration here.
He'd probably be more interested in the defensive aspects of the game. That's too full.
Score 0.
Well, now they've
Mr.
both missed a
Zanetti,
few in
0.
this set. Blomdahl still only has 1. This is his 4th inning. Blomdahl has 2 endorsers patches on his sleeve.
As does Zanetti,
Yeah, Zanetti sponsored
Longoni,
by
and Simonis.
One.
Now he's on the way. Of course, that's easy for us to say, sitting here.
I suppose he'll play this 5 rails off the right side of the yellow.
I was thinking 3 off the left side of the yellow, but
Yeah, he could do that too. That is what he's doing.
2.
The five railers are pretty popular when you can get a thin hit on the first ball to avoid driving it all over creation.
And you don't have to hit it real hard on these tables either. It's a precision shot. Blomdahl did tell me that he never plays position based on how he will land on the second ball. It's only how you position the first ball.
This is ticky. Where is he going? Trying to go short.
I think it's ticky with high English.
Because of a huge ball down in the corner.
He hit it.
3.
Didn't end up too well. I think he'll have to draw.
Left side of the red, you mean?
Yeah, but he's looking at maybe drawing off the yellow. Oh, here he comes to the left side of the red. Look at that. Rather than that, he's going to draw off the yellow. And the red ball is not really big. He has to hit it right. I think he missed.
Score 3. Mr. Blomdahl, 3.
Now, do you think there was any defensive consideration there?
I think there might have been.
Yeah. Although he's given Zanetti a pretty
what's Zanetti got here?
long rail
He's
first.
wondering if he can get by there without hitting the red.
I think he can easily miss the red. I think he's just worried about getting exactly the hit he needs.
He's adjusting his aim.
The problem is if he misses, he might leave something pretty for Blomdahl.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you
Score 0.
imagine missing that
Mr.
shot
Zanetti, 0.
after getting that hit?
Too much English.
I guess he was trying to get a thinner hit so that he could stay away from the immediate contact with the red, and then he got more ball than he intended.
One.
Well, this doesn't look like it's going to be easy. I think he's going to draw off the red. Yep, this was really going to spin.
Score 1.
enough.
Mr. Blomdahl,
It really did
1.
spin. And it's still spinning. So the timekeeper doesn't even start time until now.
That's interesting.
It's very nerve-wracking what the timekeeper has to do.
You were saying you can't watch the
he's not-
score or the count? Or
He's not allowed to watch the cam. He's only supposed to watch for whether the balls are moving or whether they're spinning.
Well, that means a lot of people involved governing this game.
Well, there are 4 referees officiating at this game. Compare that with basketball. We've got 10 guys running around the court, and there are only 2 referees. So what'll happen here is that the time clock is running down on Zanetti. As soon as he hits the ball, the timekeeper will hit the button for Zanetti, and that will stop the timer. But then as soon as the balls come to rest, he has to start the timer again. So it's stop time.
That's good.
1.
Then when the balls come to rest, which isn't yet,
That's beautiful.
now, start time.
He made a beautiful shot there, but didn't get very lucky on the lathe.
But if he had missed, the timekeeper would have to start Blomdahl's clock, not Zanetti's clock. And
It takes real concentration.
well,
to
and when
keep
there's
that.
any kind of interruption, for example, there's a dispute over a call, or the player has to wait because someone's in the way at, let's say, the next table, then the timekeeper has to press a special button that suspends all of the timekeeping. So it's quite nerve-wracking.
Well, to keep this short enough, you probably have to use a little bit of hold-up English. Looks like he's going to hit it hard. Is this a cross table?
Hit it hard to get the angle.
And to get it short out of the corner. What a nice stroke. Now he's in pretty good shape. Looking at the return off the third rail. He doesn't like the looks of the kiss.
Well, it is sending the red. If he goes...
He'll probably make this. He's hitting it low to shorten it up, and he's hitting the red thin enough to bank it away from the white.
Three.
Yeah, I think that's what all the thought was about. Exactly how to deal with the red.
Now, here's another interesting shot. He can either go this way, something like
Yeah,
that,
it's a popular pattern.
or he likes this too. He's awfully good on this reverse. Because the five-railer doesn't look right. That's what he's playing, though. I wonder if he's playing long or short. Can he get that long enough? No.
Score 3.
He should have looked up at the big screen and saw my suggestion. It's one of
That may violate the rule against assistance.
One of AccuStat's new additions is a huge screen that's hung on the wall, and it projects the same view you're getting now. So people in the audience who don't have the right angle on the shot can look up at the screen and get a better view. Drop in.
Yeah, it's tough. Has to be very precise.
And then
1.
another nice addition is the one camera focused on the scoreboard, so we can see the score in innings at all times. Here's a real tough one. This is one of those positions where you once said, Mike, you love it when Blomdahl has a really tough position because he has to draw on his creativity.
Yes. On this one, I mean, there's several possibilities. One thing he could do is he could go off the red over here and then use draw to get out. That's one possibility.
He's going to drop in, I think, with rooming. Looks like he's going to shoot hard. Oh, what precision. That's so hard to judge, and he plays it with such authority. I think he'll play. Oh, can he make this one? Oh, yeah. He's going to spin it, looks like.
3.
That was instructive, the way he hit that real hard. Takes such confidence. Quite a game, 8-7, 5 innings. You have to kind of bet on whoever's at the table.
I would think.
Whoever's at the table is the favorite.
Well, judging on the way they've been playing.
Score 3.
When they miss, it's by a hair.
3.
Well, Zanetti will be happy with this.
Could hardly ask for more.
So as usual, he's studying exactly what to do with the red. The shot itself is easy.
One.
Didn't get very much luck on this
No.
leave. Man, this is horrible. I have no idea what he's going to do.
Walk it down cross table.
Possibly. I guess that's what he's looking at, right-hand English. And spin out of the lower right-hand corner. He has to just barely miss the white off the first rail. Oh, look at that, across table. I wasn't thinking of that.
Yeah. No, it was based on the hit he had on the first ball. He just didn't have too many options. But it's amazing he was able to control it so precisely. I mean, take the cross table and get a solid, dead solid hit on the second ball. Often on cross tables, you just barely make the count.
Yeah.
Just,
Man, can he hit this thin enough?
you mean to double the rail?
Well, yeah, he could do it double the rail, but
Yeah.
that would leave
Either that or a five-railer.
Blomdahl on the rail if he missed. Well, he's red full, so that means you have a lot of spin off the third rail. That's what he's going to do, is draw it over to the left long rail. And looks pretty good. He's going to have a lot of spin. Oh, but he got kissed out.
Score 2. Mr. Zanetti, 2.
I would have considered going rail first off the white, but I guess he didn't want to take him off the rail.
Just the concept of a safety against Blomdahl. There's nothing safe against Blomdahl.
Yeah, being on the rail doesn't seem to bother them at all.
Is this up and down?
Yeah, I think he's just playing three cushions. He can judge that kiss.
1.
Nine to 9.
You know, the pace seems so slow, but the averages are huge.
Perfect.
2.
If the yellow went too far, then he just doesn't have an easy shot.
I mean, you want him to take the delicate three-railer.
Well, it looks like he is going to play it.
coming out of the corner.
So he can drop in.
Oh, with speed to shorten it up.
Oh, so he hit it full and then it dove in shorter.
Mm-hmm.
11-9. He needs 4 more. Looks like 5 rails.
Not 3.
5.
Four.
Absolutely perfect.
Last 3.
So the rule is when the player has 3 points left, the referee has to call last 3. But he only calls that twice more because it starts to get aggravating to the
I
player
see.
to constantly be reminded that he's 3 points away.
And that he's missing.
So you call it a total of 3 times and not more. Yes, referee needs to run down around there to watch to make sure that Blomdahl isn't foul. He's hovering over the red ball.
Five. Last 2.
Do all the players have to wear French cuffs?
No. They do have to wear formal attire.
I think Zanetti's still worried about that short angle he missed.
He should be at this point.
I don't know if he
Yes,
can.
the trouble here is getting around the yellow without a kiss. So you think he'll take a ticky here?
He looks like he's taking a ticket with slight hold up. I think he missed.
Score 5. Mr. Blomdahl. 5.
It was a wonderful effort. Very nice opening now for Marco.
Now in this position with the score 9-13, do you still give the edge to the player at the table?
That's about an even bet, I think, now. It depends on the position, and he does have a good opening, so it should be at least...
I'm saying it's time for mistake-free billiards at this point. Oh.
1.
Perfect. This is crucial how these end up. I can't tell from here what kind of angle he has. He's looking at a bank, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice bank because the cross table isn't so sweet here.
No. Hate to have to shoot a tough bank like this at the end.
There are even a couple of scoring paths.
This looks like he's going to come up behind it.
Long.
Yeah.
At the red first.
Right. 4-rail bank. Oh,
Score 1.
With the English he
Mr.
had on it, it
Zanetti,
was off
1.
by
Last 2.
a quarter of an inch, maybe
That's
more. If
all.
he just got a little bit to the left, it would have followed into the white. Blomdahl had a real spring to his step when he came to the table in this situation, needing to.
One.
yeah,
1-1.
I thought
Yes,
he made it.
the referee was standing right over the ball and saw the hit that Blomdahl missed. I have a feeling that this set and maybe the match turned
Set
on
ball.
that.
Yeah,
on that
that's-
point.
That could be, and he has a nice outshot here. The only possible way to miss is if the yellow ball banks up into the way. Gets out of the way.
Mr. Blomdahl, winner of a set.
So now Blomdahl's 2-1.
Allowed himself a tiny smile, asked for a timeout. That making the little T with the hands is not an authorized